Saying that Metroid Prime 4 is highly anticipated would be an understatement. Many fans, myself included, are eager to know anything related to this game. That is why I made this video where I gathered everything we know so far, from hard solid facts to interesting rumors and theories, in order to have a better idea of what Metroid Prime 4 is going to be like. After successfully making the transition to the third dimension for its two biggest IPs, Nintendo entrusted this task to Retro Studios for its remaining big license, Metroid. The result was more than an addition of an extra dimension, it was a totally different type of game. Metroid Prime was played from a first-person perspective, a bold and risky change in gameplay that could have easily gone wrong. Thankfully, this new first-person adventure, as Nintendo called it at the time, turned out to be one of the best games on the GameCube, managing to please the most hardcore fans and gain newcomers to the franchise. Metroid Prime was so successful that it spawned a sequel on the same console and a third game on the Wii in 2007. Both games were well received with much praise from critics and fans alike. 2 years later, Nintendo released Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii, a compilation that featured the 3 games with the control scheme based on the Wii Remote. And that was the last major release of a Metroid Prime game. The fans had to wait for nearly a decade before hearing about this beloved series again. During the Nintendo Spotlight at E3 2017, the company officially announced Metroid Prime 4 on Switch. And while it's true that all we have seen so far is the game's logo, there are plenty of facts, rumors and speculations circulating on the internet about MP4. And in this video, we will discuss all these matters in detail in order to elicit the most probable shape of the upcoming Metroid Prime 4. And before we continue, why not consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss a new video. Let's start by the most obvious fact. The game is officially in development. As said before, Nintendo announced its existence during E3 2017 with a very short teaser, and we still don't know anything about a release date. The company has also revealed that Retro Studio, the developer of the previous Prime games, will not be in charge of this fourth installment. Even if we're still not sure about the developer, we know that the man behind the project is Kensuke Tanabe, one of Nintendo's veterans who was the producer of the first 3 games and worked on many other big titles such as Super Mario Bros. 2 and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The story of Metroid Prime 4 will be a departure from the first trilogy, as stated by Tanabe himself. The stories of Dark Samus and the Phase-On are done, adding that eventual sequels of the Prime series will include new story elements. Finally, and this is not a 100% fact, but I think that we can safely assume that Metroid Prime 4 will be played from a first-person perspective, just like its predecessors, and of course, will star the iconic bounty hunter, Samus Aran. These were the facts that we know so far about Metroid Prime 4. Now let's take a look to the rumors and speculations surrounding this highly anticipated game. Even if we don't know for sure who is the studio that will develop MP4, it's very likely that it's going to be Bandai Namco. Many clues point toward this possibility. The most relevant one is Eurogamer's report early this year, stating that the game is being made by Bandai Namco, which fits the conclusion that the fans made when they pieced together the LinkedIn job descriptions on the pages of various Bandai Namco Singapore staff. There are many speculations about the setting of Metroid Prime 4. The most interesting one suggests that the game will be set after the events of Metroid Fusion. In other words, at the end of the franchise's timeline. What supports this theory is the quote mentioned before from the director Tanabe, declaring that the story of the Phase-On and Dark Samus are done, which makes sense seeing how Metroid Prime 3 has ended. Another backing point for this theory is the decision of Samus made at the end of Metroid Fusion, which, without spoiling anything, will definitely have consequences on the relation between the Galactic Federation and the Bounty Hunter, promising an interesting setting for the future adventure. Gameplay-wise, many fans think that MP4 will be an open-world game, and this is due to Nintendo's leaning lately to set its famous IPs in large open worlds. Seeing how Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey adopted this level design, and let's not forget the capabilities of the Switch hardware, it wouldn't be surprising to see Metroid Prime 4 goes in this direction as well. The feeling of loneliness in a hostile alien planet is one of the biggest forces the series is known for. I hope that the unique, eerie and unsettling atmosphere will be present in Metroid Prime 4 with the focus on exploration and doesn't turn into a mindless action shooter. If the game is going to be an open world with a giant map, then it better be filled with fun stuff to do, like story-driven side quests or optional tough bosses. The last thing we want in an open world game is a vast empty wasteland filled only by useless collectibles and copy-pasted side activities. Bring back the good old Samus Aran, the badass lone wolf that we used to love and respect. It never bothered me personally that she stays silent all the time, but you can make her talkative if the story demands so. Whatever you do, just don't make her as weak and wimpy as in Other M. It was quite shocking and disappointing to see her so submissive in the game, and it's a sight that we all want to erase from our memories. Samus Aran will always be the calm, strong, confident bounty hunter, and this is how she should be in Metroid Prime 4. What do you imagine the game is going to be like? What other stuff do you like to see in it? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to click a thumbs up if you like this video and hit that subscribe button for more content like this one. Thanks for watching.